kingi cha Crown Paints emanyikanite muna Crown Paints color mixer korwa USA ilikorenta obo koreli inka Ouru Superstores ligego toko mochibu songo Ouru Complex angena Safaricom Voiga Watu rosagia ronde imea JM Towers Ijuira angena Credit Bankise Baakire simia se namba 011-1161-500 Gusovali kere email info@ourusuperstores.com Ouru Superstores, the people's choices, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibo nyumbani.
Ukise machozi tata Inchua songo marara mayachiro
No tagitea satoereru Ryugirita iyo elikwenyo rendagira yomubere Ingi ya kegima ego tununtera Kegima Ubono Canvas Grill Lounge Nigo ya chile ligo kwa bokore bwendagira Unabono Mbabuate kukuchoma Nyama choma Kienyeji foods unabono enderema Risosa Chinsaga amone chinde Chinyenge Ebinyuwa biye chinchira chonsi poiko Ngoto kabire Ase Sports Nigo buate pool tables Nane nkwaro kivale emepira ya Kenya Boika chinsa chiaburaya Babuate car wash ase gari yagi gusubigwa Nabatara mubekerengo kigoro Na spacious ample vehicle parking Ebuate tight security Inyora Canvas Grill Lounge Babuate boigo outside catering services Nigo bagutuko muchobo songo Hospital Road opposite Medifort Hospital Asamange Bakire simia se namba 0743-729049 Canvas Grill Lounge Service first is our priority.
Twaichanire koraria gukwa komongina ovasia Selina Chepkemoi. Twaichanire koraria gukwa komongina ovasia Selina Chepkemoi. Igaro mwana bumuga nyagosira Kipsoi Arab Cheptich. Nomongina nyagosira Tabelga Cheptich. Igaro mongina bumuga nyagosira John Mocha Chamageri. Amana mamo mwabo Jared Nyabuto, Nicholas Chamageri, nyagosira Judy Binsari, Philemon Okongo, Edina Chamageri, Douglas Mocha, Jedide Chamageri, Meshak Chamageri, Amona John Mora, na nigaringi na biara Sara Nyanchama, Betty, Mora, Phyllis, Ben, Onsongo, Magokoro Enoch, Kevin, Juliet, Moses, nyagosira Victor, Felicia, Goodness, Deborah, Brandon, Charlene, Amona Meditric, Grace, Nathaniel, Chelsea Amona Nela, Musubati umabo Jonathan Beth, Simon Beth, Paul Beth, Anna Kosgei, nyagosira Joel Kitur, Anton Kitur, Christine Sang, Agnes Koech, Amona Sis Regina. Nigari moko ya Peter Omoke, Amona nyagosira Umae, Abamu abong Amona Ombaes, David Okenye, Nyangau, Momanyi, Kerongos, Mongeri, Kaunda, Paris, Mary, Kezia, Elizabeth, Nyanchera, Munyangi, Janice, Gesare, Ruth, Alice, Kemunto, Joyce, nyagosira Charles Obonyo, nyagosira Obike, nyagosira Wako, nyagosira Osa, nyagosira Yugi Amona Abande. Nigari kamati ya Kemunto, Amona nyagosira Mora. Nigari korera Mary Chepkirui, Juma, Paul Sang, Robinson Nyarieko, Eunice Nyanchama, Nyabuto Kemwa, Amana Wilkista. Mochango nigora abeli tukole Juma, chitaki komina ya momotinyo gatana kabero mwakoyo, hasensi ya mwalimu hoteli memuchewe songo, na boiga senka ya area mocha, Rogongo, Nyamachi sub-county. Omobero ye nigora rusiwa senkendu ya bosongo, chitaki komina inye motinyo gatana kabero mwakoyo, na koirua senka ya area mocha, Rogongo, Nyamachi sub-county. Nigara eniwe Jumanne, ye chitaki komina isano, motinyo gatana kabero mwakoyo, asa matangara vera senka ya ye, aliria mocha rogongo sub-county ya Nyamache county ya Kisii asa mange nabo wa kesi miase namba enoti 52 2 eyemo 3 4 Ntwebune ta TV twatumira ngona anene mono guchiase familia ya Overseer Selina Chepkemoi. Nyasaye abe na inwe.
TV Oborabu Wagusi.
TV ndochenga our guests already in studio. We're gonna speak English, only English. So get ready. But then our very own Madam Nyakona, Roselyne. For the other guests, we need to change language. So you have to burden us. We need to have a conversation in here. Matters affecting women in our society, matters of humanitarian activism and all that. Which to kuligere Beyonce asenchira yobekera nukigima igobono etayarishe eroverie bonomono to kuligere mangana alengeta basubati amangana alia chande tabasubati all the challenges amangana gender based violence amangana women in leadership amangana healing from gender-based violence. Ebyansi kuchitologo kwanera na kyabasubati bagwana togosikwana kwa wesiko yabo yani abasubati na dignity yabo ngakigwanera togosikwa igasema mbiyabono no turasensema ya Facebook page otonyarubuneta ya TV asensema ya YouTube na otorubuneta ya TV na SMS number butambere ase TV yao igwana ngocholo twanchera ngochitologo switch ochikonoga egesongo kabisa asemambi yabona igonga nchere tubarigani abagani baito ase studio ekaruto chugukwanira mangi arengete abasubati karibu sana nchengoro kwa Sara Nyarangi Ontita. Welcome so much, ladies. Thank you. This is Etaya Television. Feel at home. You know, we normally say ladies first when we have a mixture of men, guests, and female guests. But here, you are all ladies. I don't know where to begin from. But let's begin from here.
Good morning. Good morning, my friends. But also I want to switch a little bit to our language. Yes. My name is Roselyne. Roselyne Nyakona David. I work for Kisii County Government, the Department of Health. My work is to coordinate the gender-based violence activities for the county. That is prevention, response, and case management. I'm basically in between the state actors and the non-state actors to make sure that the victims of gender-based violence get justice. So when we talk about state actors, we mean the county government and the national government. In Kenya, we have two governments. We have the county government and the national government. For me, I work for the county government here in Kisii.
Thank you so much, and welcome our lady, Roselyne Nyakona.
Thank you.
Welcome so much, madam.
Hello.
Brief introduction, your names, please.
Hi, my name is Veronica Byrd. I am from Topeka, Kansas, United States of America. I am happy to be here to represent I work with children, the prenatal up to 5 years of age, knowing that that is the most developmental piece of a child. And so I'm able to be involved in children at a very young age, and then as they grow, then I'm able to grow with them. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Veronica. You, madam, please.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm Dr. Michelle Boone Thornton, and I'm a university professor. I teach human services, pastoral counseling, and psychological sciences. And so as an instructor and an administrator, my job is to prepare women, mainly, and men to serve others who are experiencing challenges, domestic violence, human trafficking, anything like that. And so one of the initiatives is to be global. And so that's why I'm here today.
Thank you very much, and welcome, Dr. Michelle.
Thank you.
Madam?
I'm Dr. Brenda Ringwood. I live in Leavenworth, Kansas, which is in the United States. It's in the Kansas City area. And I am part of an organization called Becoming the Better You, where we help people who feel that they're stuck in life, or they're not good enough, or they let fear, doubt, insecurities, or whatever hold them back. We help them to get to the next level, to help them see their potential and to see their value and worth.
All right. Thank you very much, and feel at home. Madam Veronica Byrd, tuko na Roselyne Nyakona, mtuwate Dr. Michelle Bone, and Dr. Brenda Ringwood. Na mtuwate ase studia simambia bono. Just to begin with, it's about women challenges, women talk, majorly because women go through a lot. You can all agree with me. So that's why we are here to represent them through talking and highlighting some challenges that they go through. Dr. Roselyne, as mentioned, she deals with matters of gender-based violence in Kisii County, and that's where I want us to begin from. Why is it that women are always the victims in gender-based violence? Like here, we've been doing stories highlighting the plight of women. Others are being injured, stabbed, strangled, and even poisoned. And so I feel that women are really getting it tough. Why, Dr. Michelle, if we'll begin from you?
Well, one of the things why women are victims is because there is so much anger in society. And so since women are seen as the weaker gender, the violence is taken out on them. They normally are unable to speak out sometimes. They suffer in silence. And it's initiatives like this that bring it to light. And I think the more we do to highlight what is actually happening, the more help will come.
Madam Brenda, why it is that it's women all the time?
I feel that sometimes it's brought down from our previous generations. The women were taught that we had to be the nurturers, the caregivers, to stay at home, to have the babies. And so we didn't feel that it was our place. But women are very strong leaders. They're loving and they're caring, and they have every right to be able to lead. And I just feel that they think they're not good enough.
Madam Veronica, what is your feeling about this?
It's definitely a stigma. Oftentimes, like they've previously said, that women are looked on as the weaker species. They're the ones that be submissive. You're to obey and follow behind. And so when you're one that talks out and can speak firmly and do have education, or you have an ability to go forth, then you're looked at as loud, you're out of control, and they're just, stay away from them. It's almost like they're saying there's something bad about you when you do have the skills, the abilities, and you speak out. And then when you do speak out, oftentimes your thoughts are minimized.
All right. Thank you very much. Madam Roselyne, okay, I was about to very into a target. Nintu togo itwa, nintu togo sambwa. There is a case, Mosaja Aitetumoka recently. Then, Agasambo Moveroy. I'm telling her there is a case where a man slaughtered his wife and cooked, in fact, the remains to feed his children. So, Madam Roselyne.
I maybe have to mix for our visitors to understand also, because now coming back to our society here in Kisii, we live in a society which is a patriarchal society, where women are just supposed to be seen and not to be heard. So when you try to raise your voice, a voice of concern, or maybe about your family or something, then maybe that leads to anger, as we talked about, and maybe some small understandings. And because our Society knows that women are not supposed to talk, but in fact nowadays we are improving because nowadays people talk at least. I'm sure if a few years ago I will not come to the TV and talk as a woman. Maybe it will just maybe only men's affair. But that feeling of that patriarchal feeling still exists in our community. And so maybe we men don't want to be questioned, don't want to be asked where were you or what were you doing or something like that, and that leads to anger and so the fights. Yes.
Right. Thank you for your feedback and for your feelings, my guests here in studio. But I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we see these massacres happening to women. I don't understand why. We have so many organizations, like you come from so many organizations trying to fight for women's rights and children and the vulnerable in the society. But the more we talk about it, the more we are in here, before the day ends, we will hear some women somewhere they have been burned. There's some women somewhere, they have disappeared. And later on, you find that their remains are in a certain forest and certain rivers. And I don't know why. The more we talk, the more we amplify the rights of women, the more the bad things happen. Dr. Michelle.
Well, you know, I think that the bad things have always happened, but they've been hidden. And now that we have more access to social media and instant news and we can see more and things are just put in front of us. Like, you know, things that used to happen, you know, women are seen and not heard, it was all hidden. But now you've made it light. And now that it has come to light, people are acting out more, right? If you are angry and nobody knows you're angry, you know, you can do it in silence. But if you are angry and people know that you're angry and you're just instigating it more, because what you see, you do, you act on. And so some people might have just been angry, but they weren't including the violence. But now they see that other people are including the violence, and this is how they're acting out as well. And it's like, you know, if you accept it, it's one thing, but if you know that it's happening and do something against it, it's another. So, you know, once I've been called out that what I'm doing is wrong, that doesn't always mean I'm going to correct it. I may even get worse before I get better.
All right. Are we doing enough, Dr. Brenda, for these women? Because after amplifying our voices, after reporting even the cases, there's no justice at the end of the day. And we know justice being delayed every time and again. You ask women in here, they will tell you, I reported twice, thrice, even 10 times, but there's no justice in place. So what are some of your feelings and how do you want it to be so that when we report something, when we want justice, we get instant justice? Do you feel like justice systems are failing us women?
Justice feel, they do. They do fail women, and there's never, you can never do too much for that. Women are powerful, they're beautiful, and we do lead. We do have a value, we do have a purpose, and the more that we share that, some people who are against it are going to act out. They're going to get angry, so they're going to lash out, and they're going to go behind the scenes and do things they shouldn't do. And the more that we acknowledge that and bring that to light, I think that would help. If we could show what's actually being done behind the scenes and not just in front.
All right. Veronica, what then should happen so that these things doesn't happen? Because the purpose of being here is to educate, inform, and tell people what they're supposed to do. In fact, we should treat the causes, not even the symptoms.
Absolutely.
So what should be done?
Yeah, so just piggybacking off of them, some people live in a building of facade. They will love you, they think you're beautiful, they think everything's great about you until you become elevated. As long as you're on their level or below, then they're great. And I would say in this particular situation, we have to start sticking together as women. Oftentimes, even our peers, when we go to them, they'll look at us like, well, you shouldn't have did that, or you deserve that, or you know that's the way it is. But if we realize our value in sticking together, there's nothing and no one that could stop us. And I believe that is why. Society keeps us divided. They keep us separated. They keep us thinking that just do enough just to not stir the pot, put it out there, but don't follow through. I guarantee you, if we stuck together and thought like we come together for other things, it would be unstoppable. That's something that's innate within us. When the family was broke apart back in the day, the woman had to be the strong one. They had to step up and keep the families together. If we would go back to our original thing, that foundational thing, getting together, sticking together, and staying together as a tribe, family, whatever you want to call it, we would be unstoppable. And I know they know that.
Very well. I agree with you that women are the foundations of the society, of the families, but they are the ones getting it even more worse again. But we really need to stand. We cannot just keep quiet. We have to step up, do what we are doing right now on TV, so that our women and even men, we're not leaving them behind, because they are the reason at some point for our troubles. Yes. So men are also involved in this discussion. So that, Madam Roselyne, women try. And if there is one person who really stick, whether there is a sickness or healthy times, they are women. They really want to be family women and to do their best to stick together. But then it reaches a point you cannot take it anymore. And that's where we want to understand from. What are some of the red flags, like women in marriages? In our African society, we believe that you have to be in your husband's house, because of the name, you want that dignity as a woman. So you could be beaten, you could be going through a lot of stuff, but you keep quiet because you want to raise that family name as a woman. But then, when enough is enough, you decide that I just can't take it anymore. But before that, what are some of the red flags our women can know that this is a wrong button? I need to do something to salvage or to walk away.
I want to switch to WKUC so that our people can understand what I'm talking about. Sure. First of all, by the way, I lost my dear sister, Dorothy, due to gender-based violence. She was actually killed by her husband. Before that, we could see the red flags. We could see at one time she sent me a picture. The husband had hit a door. Alikuwa amepiga mlango mpaka ikavunjika, Then sometimes also the parents at some point she was in the house and the parents were saying badaya kaeke rura nyuma, that's a red flag. Because ngote babara nyuma and already kakoroteki kawazo umukungu nyumba gaiga. And then violence, which is mentally all the time very irritable. Those are some of the red flags that you can see, because people change. And most of the time they change when they meet other women out there, by the way. So they think that the other person out there is now better than this one at home, because the other one maybe has not given back, does not look like us. She's looking very nice. And so they know, most of the time those small girls learn these men, they know their weaknesses, and they know they're the people who can take care of them and give them money. And so they try to be nice to these men. And when they're coming home, you're asking for money for food. So they don't want you. They want people who are out there not asking money for Ndagira and what. And there's a question you asked in the first about why do we have so many cases nowadays?
When we talk about them?
Yes. The reason is, like now in our place here in Kisii, since I became the GBV coordinator for the county, we've gone around the county under the leadership of our excellence governor. Hata yeye mwenyewe umesikia kwa mtandao akisema pimera mkae uniform. If you really feel like you want to have that school girl and have sex with that school girl, can you maybe give a uniform to your wife so that she may look like that? That's what they. So our governor is very passionate matters of gender-based violence, and every time he stands up to speak about it, he talks about gender-based violence.
Yeah.
So the awareness, the more we talk, the more we talk on radio, on TV, we go to the village and talk to the people. Like for the last 6 months, I've been in the community talking to people about gender-based violence, myself and the other state and non-state actors. And that has caused more awareness. So people are coming out to report because initially they just used to keep quiet. Yes, but now they know where to go, they know where to report. Myself, my number is available. If someone has a problem, they will still call me. Yes, so that is why we have so many cases now. That's why you're seeing many cases reported. Yeah.
Thank you for highlighting some of the red flags, Madam Veronica. You may have something. Someone slaps you and tells you, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry." And the other day, beats you up and he's like, I love you very much. That's why I'm doing this. And in our African setup, we say, if your husband doesn't beat you up, then he doesn't love you.
Wow. Keep that love. I've never experienced it, but hearing about it just really gets to me. Because as a female, as a woman, all I want to do is love my family and to be heard and to be a part of.
Yeah.
You were talking about the signs. Use social media to check things out. Look him up. Why doesn't he, what were his past relationships about? Even when we are voting people into office, start making them accountable. If I give you my vote, it needs to represent what I feel. You need to be protecting me. You're the person that's out in front to protect me. Start using our voice and our vote to really get people in power that are going to respect us and that are going to put us in positions to help others. In America, we have safe places that the women can go to. It's a matter of getting them there. It's a matter of getting their mindset to the point where I want to go, I need to go. Why wait until you get an eye taken off or arm removed or just, I can't really say when you should or shouldn't, but do it before it starts. If someone is telling you, no, that's a bad thing, no, that's a bad thing. And when we value ourselves, money doesn't matter.
Yes.
If we go through the steps, I don't care if I have to sell peanuts on the side of the road. That's hard-earned money that I made, and I can walk high with my head up saying, this is me.
All right.
I'm working for myself. I'm providing for myself. God will provide in here. Don't settle. If you can, don't settle.
All right, thank you very much. Madam Roselyne Nyakona, to Madam Veronica, to Dr. Michelle, Dr. Brenda, are all women of substance. I'm dealing with clever and wise women in here. We are tackling matters affecting women from leadership to gender-based violence to everything matters affecting women in the society, because we need to speak for ourselves, because no one else is doing it for us, because the more we beg for that attention from everyone else, the more they assume us. So it is time for women to speak for other women. That's why we are here. That's why I'm dealing with all these women who have just traveled from all across the world to hear at our breakfast show so that they can share with us, so that we can at least learn something. So follow us at our TV and somewhere YouTube at our TV, Facebook. Number SMS number 0735-333-000. And if you allow me, ladies, we are not alone. We are being followed by our viewers all over the world, across every platform. So I may read 2-3 feedbacks before we proceed. Please allow me. Korokwa Nancy Makori is one of our viewers saying, watching all the way from Omariba, Igorera. Thank you very much. Barnabas Ratemoge Konge Kivaso, that's good. Sarah Ontita, Miss Veronica, Byrd, Roselyne, Nyakona, and other friends. Good morning, following you live from Doha, Qatar. Welcome home at our breakfast show. We are together until the end of the show. Thank you very much. Barnabas Ratemo, 04 Ovaga, watching live from the Nyaisamanga Kitutu Masaba constituency. Does Kenya leaders, more so men, recognize two-third gender rule if women are given a chance to be leaders? Okay, I did not get it. Sure, our country will change. Oh, anasema, he's saying if women are given a chance to be leaders, for sure our country will change. That when we look at women and leadership, all leadership, yeah. We will tackle that, but for now we are dealing with gender-based violence as we are almost done with it. But Madam Michelle, how now do we do healing after gender-based violence? We have been talking what happens, what is supposed to be done. But now, if you're one of the victims, it's not so easy to come out of that, the trauma and everything. And it is very complex in women. The way I will heal is not the same way Madam Brenda will heal, or the same Veronica will heal, or Madam Roselyne. It's very different. It is complex, it is very multidimensional, it is non-linear, and it really needs someone to reconnect on oneself, on how to work on your own. But do we have aspects, some key aspects that will lead to healing of
Absolutely. Well, you know, each case is different. And so healing is going to look different from each person. But one of the things we have to do with the awareness and the education is to understand that what we are experiencing is wrong. What we're experiencing is not our fault. And so to internalize it as something that we are doing wrong is part of the problem. So you have to understand that as women, you show up strong and courageous, right? And so everything that you have is within you to have. Even healing is within you to have. And so when you can share with others your story, it helps heal somebody else. And so the hiding and the masking, like Roselyne said, you know, everybody's showing up perfect, like I'm fine. Take that mask off and really look within so that you can be the authentic person that you are. Because you're masking pain, you're masking hurt, and you're masking trauma.
All right. Madam Brenda, you have something to add on that?
I do. You have a value. And when you're hiding that, you're not showing your true value. And when you are hiding that, you are also hiding who you are. And when healing happens, you first have to understand who you are. Once you know who you are, then you can allow that healing to occur. You also have to stand up for yourself. You can say no. And if no is not good enough, then you leave. And I know it's hard to leave, and it's tough, and they don't know where to go, and people don't support that. But there's the fist is not the only type of violence. There is mental abuse as well. You know, they talk down to you. They make you feel like you're nothing. And you don't have to allow that. Just because somebody tells you that doesn't mean it's true.
You need to love yourself.
That's right. That's right. And you're an example to your children.
All right. You protect your inner peace.
That's right.
You choose peace. But can we choose peace over family? You are a family woman.
Yes.
You need to do this at some point.
That's right.
Okay.
You owe it to your family.
Pastor Isaboke is watching. He's an apostle. Charles Isaboke is saying, I'm happy to see them talking so well. Thank you very much. You know, before we go to another issue or another issue, yes, women are really trying. You're a mother, you're working class, maybe you're working somewhere, you're a peasant, a farmer, you're doing sorts of everything, you're carrying your family on your back, then what you get at the end of the day is beatings, somebody doesn't value you, they take your dignity away. And what really affects me is when there is a case whereby we saw a man killed his wife, like I told you, and killing was not enough. Then again, burning down the house so that the body can do what? Can go down with it. So I feel to wonder, this is your wife of around 10 years. What crime could she have done to deserve all that? Even in death, there is no humanity, even in death.
Absolutely.
So, and when you see, when this happens, women go through a lot. Check what is happening in Gaza right now. Who are suffering most? women, children, and old people. What's happening in Ukraine, in Iran, in Israel? It's very dangerous. And humanitarian actors as you sometimes are denied access to help those poor people. So it's very, 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 very disheartening, very much. So let us look some this thing called gender equity. So this is where again we will focus on. Gender equity, it is us women, every person has a right to access some core information, if it is work, employment, everybody has to access to have those things. But now women are being sidelined. I don't know why. Even to education. Some community doesn't educate their girls. So let us focus on this. Madam Michelle again. I don't know. Gender equity, are we there yet? Oh, we have so many miles to go.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there as a nation, as a country, because there are systemic barriers in place that keep people locked down in certain areas. And it's all about the education and the knowing and the understanding and having people in place, women in leadership that can speak and can advocate for other women. That the change will come. And change is not going to be easy and it's not going to be automatic, but it will come. And we just have to continue doing what we're doing. The awareness, the education, and making people aware that as women, we have just as much rights as anybody else to lead, to be respected, and to be heard.
Why is it important, Madam Veronica, gender equity? We need all genders to have equal rights, but we don't see those equal rights. But forget about that. Why is it so important to have this gender equity in our society?
It's so important because as a whole, family-wise, you need both sides. There are a lot of single women and they're playing both roles and it plays out in their children. So in order to get a child to where it should be, you have to have that foundational piece. If there's not a man in the home, find a man, a role model, a positive role model, so that those children can get that balance. It's really important because if we don't have structure, if we don't have foundation, if we don't have something that is helping us to grow or something to look forward to or steps to take, and we just kind of fall for anything. We're confused about our gender, we're confused about where we should be, we're confused about our voice, we're confused about everything, so we just kind of blow through life. It's okay to say I'm a female, it's okay to say I'm a male, and still respect each other. When you work together, there are things that I can't do that you can, so guess what? I'm smart enough to allow you to do those things. There's also some things that I can support you in or can do even better, and if you were smart, you would do the same thing. It's only helpful, even in leadership, to get those people around you that can do the things that you cannot do, or to take some of that burden off. When I walk out the door, I want to be able to say, when I get back to work, that the people that I surrounded myself with are going to have those same qualities, they're going to do what I need them to do, and it's going to succeed. I don't have to be jealous, I don't have to suppress you in order to move forward. We need to support each other, males or nor female. Even if you're a male, you have a mother. Do you want someone treating your mother badly? Do you want someone treating your daughter badly?
No.
I mean, treat people as you would want to be treated. And if you were man enough, you would know that there's no threat to you. I'm only here to live, survive, and support. So.
All right. Madam Brenda, you work in an office, and out of the 10 staff, only one is a female. And we say we're doing it at our best. Why? Because women, wameenda shule. They've gone to school. They've schooled like you, women of class. Look at me, women of class. But what to a company, from the managing director to, you will only see a lady as a secretary just because she needs to or a receptionist. She will be smiling and saying, oh, welcome to our company. But up there is no women there. And women are educated, well educated, who speaks very fluent, who has that capacity. What is happening?
Men, sometimes jealousy plays a big role.
Okay.
They don't want to allow the woman in because our place is in the home, in their mind. But the reality is you might be stronger than me physically, but my mind is just as good as yours. My capabilities are just as good as yours, and I can run this company too. And when women start standing up for themselves and say that, and when men start seeing that a woman can do it, they might actually have a more successful company if they see the value of the person instead of the sex. And that's what we need to do. We need to look at the qualities of the individual and take, if it's a male or female, out of it.
All right. Thank you very much. Madam Roselyne, why are we being left behind? We are trying to fight for our place. But the more we try to fight for our place, you're being returned. Just stay down there. That's where you belong. You belong in the kitchen anyway. Who told you have to be an MD?
For me, I think that is intentional. Because I believe I believe we are all equal. We were all born like we have the same capabilities, and if you look around right now, Sarah, like in the university, nowadays maybe we have more medical doctors graduating as women, more lawyers as women, more engineers as women, which never used to happen before. So if you're telling me we have more graduates, medical students or medical doctors graduates, and you don't want to take them, you really want that man, then it means you're doing it intentionally, and the jealousy that Doc talked about. So for us to have to reach that point where we can say that we have achieved the gender equity, I think we have to have it. It must be intentional. Intentional. If you look, coming back to our homes, sometimes we have polygamous families here in Kenya, and we have people who have two families, like they have two wives, and then you find like one family is doing so well, and the other one is not doing so well. Sometimes I really ask myself, what could be the reason? Because now they belong to the same father, but now you see they're different mothers. So that one tells you that if a family has to stand up and be upright, and it takes all it takes is the mother. Is the mother. The mother is always the foundation of everything. The mother is always the one who makes the family, the one who builds up the family, is the role model of the family. Like the gender-based violence that we're talking about, your children are watching to see what you're doing. They are watching to see whether mommy is gonna take is coming out of that family, or is going to sit there, because what you teach them right now is what they will also do in future. Because if you're here keeping quiet, being abused, but you're saying I'm staying for the sake of husband, I'm staying for the sake of my children, that is exactly what your baby girl is going to do in future, because she's going to be abused and keep quiet. So for me, what I will advise maybe to those people who have the privilege to be leaders, the privilege to be a child, look at women. The women, we have women who are more capable than men, who can do well than, let's not look at female, male, let's look at the person.
Right.
Yes.
Sometimes I do wonder, because you've spoken well that nowadays all women knows their place. They have known about to get quality education. They're trying to fight for their places at work, even in the positions, in government positions, private sectors. But are women becoming a threat? Because maybe that's why our male counterparts are not really in full support. You can get married and you did not complete your studies, but your husband cannot help you to complete that studies. Maybe we are becoming a threat somehow. What if I take this woman to school? What if I further her studies? Maybe she will become a threat. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Absolutely.
Is that true, Madam Veronica?
It certainly seems to be something that they feel. I would say that is your help me. When you help me, I help you. We support each other. When we become a unit, that's what we are, a unit. You shouldn't be threatened. You should say, that's my girl. You know, it should make me prouder to have someone that is educated, have someone with some drive, have someone that can do something besides stay at home, that they have a presence about them that when you all walk in together, other people are looking like, hey, that's a power couple right there. There's no high and low, but together they're just something that other people look up to. I really do think that people are threatened. A lot of men do feel like the woman might make them look not so in control or in charge, but it's not your job to be in charge of me or in control of me, but it's our job to work together as a family.
Right. Yes. But Madam Michelle, when you're being over-empowered, women tend to misbehave. Now I have a good car, I have a good cash, I can take care of myself, I can do good wigs, good hairstyles, without even that man. So there is a point in there. Is it true that we misbehave?
No, we don't misbehave. We deserve everything that we do for ourselves because we're the foundation of the family to start with. And the threat is once you educate that foundation, you don't need to be beat into submission. Okay, you can rise. You can take care of yourself. If this person is beating you, you get your education, you know, you have your own car, your own everything. You don't have to put up with that anymore. A lot of times women stay locked into things because that's their only security. But when we are empowered to be more and do more, we deserve it. It's not being flashier, we deserve it.
Dr. Brenda, we deserve it because a lot of divorce cases, a lot of separation happens where families are very good. Husband is doing a good job, and the woman is doing a good job. So you find that's where separation is, divorce is. There is no marriage in there. What do you say?
Well, first off, a marriage is supposed to be based on love. And when you love, you don't harm. See, love isn't about hitting somebody. It's not about belittling somebody. It's about lifting somebody up. You are a counterpart to it. Love it's all about rising and wanting to do good for that person. And if you truly love that individual, you're not going to see any of that in a marriage. You'll still fight. You'll still have your trouble. But love isn't a fist. Love isn't talking down to somebody or making them feel bad or that they're not worthy. Because love, that's what love is. It is about the goodness.
Yeah. Love is so beautiful.
It is.
It doesn't bring about all these other material things.
And if you really love somebody, you're going to treat them well.
All right. And Roselyne, you were saying women doesn't misbehave when they reach a point where they're being empowered even so much.
Yeah,
why?
That is our misinterpretation for me.
That's a mine.
Because maybe you want to, if Roselyne has been empowered and she can wear a shoe costing 30,000 and then maybe some dress costing 50,000 Kenyan shillings, then you start saying, you said amanza kuringa mani. Yeah, that's not true.
Ego, pride.
No, because I think as an empowered woman, the first thing I want to do is to love myself.
Absolutely.
To love myself, give myself a good warm shower. If I do makeup, do some nice makeup, some nice hair, nice dress. That is not disrespecting you. Yeah, that is self-love, and we all deserve that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. Tracy Ward, let me read some feedbacks. Tracy Ward anasema such a meaningful conversation. We need this. Thank you very much. Dolphin Momanyi, loving the conversation. A question to our panel. What advice can they give to a younger female generation, especially when they are choosing a life partner? What advice can they give for the younger female generation, especially when they are choosing a partner? That's a question to all of us.
Okay. Well, one advice is that you want a partner that sees you as equal, that respects you for who you are and what you're bringing to the relationship.
All right. Madam Brenda, when choosing a partner?
If they don't treat you well when you're dating, it's just going to get worse when you marry.
You think so? Veronica?
Don't settle.
Yeah.
Go for people that are equally yoked. You have the same values. You have the. Don't get in a relationship to try to, they'll change. Or
That
change
never works.
All right.
Unless it's for the
Madam Roselyne?
For me, what I can say, if you see any red flag, if you see anything that you didn't like in this other person, don't think that that person is going to change. Yeah, if maybe he started cheating on you when you're still dating, or maybe he's not being disrespectful or something like that, he's not going to change for you. Yeah. So you better have someone who understands you, respects you, who truly loves you. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. And maybe to add on that, somebody who loves God.
Yeah.
Amen.
There's this thing, men tend to say that women love money. I don't know whether men hate money, but if we love money, then what's the problem? Is there a problem with women loving money?
It's the love of money that would make you do evil. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being able to supply or get what you need or even more.
Okay.
It's when you put money and you value money above relationship, above God,
Family.
above, some people, that is just what they thrive on, is the money. They don't care how they get it. They don't care where it comes from. They'll do anything to get it. And that's when it's out of the realm. That's when it's not good.
All right.
There's nothing wrong
Okay.
with being able to support yourself and having more.
Okay, let's focus on women representation or women holding positions. Here in Kenya, we have county government and national government. But when you look at it in the county level or the government level, the number of women being representing other women is very little. And women come out to vie for these positions, like Madam Roselyne just mentioned, is vying for women representative Kisii County 2027, and we wish you all the best. You're equal to the task. Why do you think women are not representing us in huge numbers? Because we are educated, we know what we are doing, we go for those positions, but we don't get, not that we are not equal, we are not educated, but I don't know what happens, but we are really underrepresented. What do you think is the problem? Is it women don't go for it? We are not go-getters, are we?
I don't think that's the problem. Women work hard to make sure that they are qualified for those positions, and they are qualified.
Yeah.
Now, whether we get the support from men, that's the problem. And so it's a generational thing, because if you've been raised in a system that's run by men, it's difficult for you to see beyond that. And so when you want to switch or change is very difficult for people. But in order for women to thrive, they're going to have women in positions of leadership.
All right. Madam Brenda, so many things come out when a woman is trying to vie for something. Like Roselyne here, a lot of things will come out. They will say, oh, in the year 2013, you did this, you did that. When it comes to women, what is the problem? Because women are not supported fully towards their goals.
I think whoever is the head of their family, if it's a husband or a father or a brother or a man figure, stops them from doing it. So they feel like they can't because there'll be too much trouble at home. So they just don't. And the reality is they are just as qualified. And so what if something comes out? We've all got a past. I'd say get ahead of it. Talk about it. Let them know that you're just like them. You're no different than them, which is why you're right for that job, because you're going to fight for them.
All right. Madam Roselyne, before I give it to Madam Veronica.
Yes.
What is that gap in women leadership?
I think our women don't get it. They don't get it that when we support each other as women, when other women rise up and they want to take these positions, that is when all of us can go up there. Because I've seen very many case scenarios when a woman tries, like you try to come up, you try to raise your head up there, there is another woman trying to make sure that, because if as women we can support one another, you won't hear these things. If you hear someone talking about Roselyne this way and then you come from here, Sarah, say no, please. You know, if we support each other that way, then I think we will make it. Because what I believe as a person, Roselyne, women make homes, women make nations, and it's also, and at the same time, it's women who bring down these nations also. So, but if these women come with a common purpose, that now we want to support one another, we want to support Roselyne. If all women in Kisii supported Roselyne and believe that Roselyne can really work for them, we will take it. I will be your women rep. We only need another woman support. And if you think Roselyne is not good in this area, you have to tell her what she can do so that she can rise up. Because up there are no women, and the sky is wide. So don't ever think that when you're trying to bring Roselyne down, you will go up, or she's going to choke you up there, because the spaces up there for women are very little. So it's better that we stand up for each other, then love one another, and then see whether we can also join those men up there. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Madam Veronica, for those few that has gotten lucky and they're representing like a seat of women rep that was for only women. So we cannot say much that that's the seat it's just there for women, yeah, you understand? But seats like member for parliament, senator, governor, like here in Kenya, we had 7 governors, but 1 got impeached. So we have only 6 women, and they're doing very, very well, including Governor Wanga for Homa Bay County, Gladys Wanga. You will see her in the evening when you will be having an event, which Madam Roselyne will talk about it in a little while. So out of the 47 counties, for instance, here in Kenya, only 6 governors from each county. So the rest of the counties, 41 counties, it is men.
Wow.
And when you see the assistants or the deputy governors, they are still, again, men, no women there. So even those that have been lucky to be on the positions, do you think they're doing the best? Are they doing something of substance? Are they trying to do something so that they can raise their voices? Yeah?
I can't speak for them personally because I don't know them. However, in my experience, what I've noticed is that women that have gotten a position or gotten into power, many times they forget what they're fighting for. Well, once they've gotten what they've gotten, they're just fighting to keep that position. They're really not trying to handle those issues that they said they were going to fight for. We put on a facade. We are not really open and honest. We try to make people think we woke up like this. We didn't. We have mistakes. We've had things that go on. We are human, but that does not mean that we can't move forward. That does not mean that we can't educate other women, tell them about our past so that they don't make the same mistakes. When things are uncovered, why are we ashamed about it? It's what got us here. This is what got us here. Nobody woke up perfect. The trials and the tribulations that we go through are what elevates us to be stronger. That's how you grow, when you go through things. When you go through things and you grow through things, that's going to get you to the next level. I don't know that every woman is fighting as hard as they can once they get there, but I'm telling you, as hard as you fought to get that position, if you would support other women to back you up, there's no stopping us. There is no stopping us. I don't know what the ratio of men to women are in your population, but if the women just stuck together, we are powerful, we are strong, we have a voice, and when we talk, everybody listens. Whether they want to hear what we have to say, they're listening. Whether it's to suppress what we have to say, they're still listening. So we have to stand up, speak our mind, speak in truth, and move forward. Stick together.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Tracy Ward is saying, absolutely, I love this segment. This panel is a true representation of the many roles that women play in life. You are just a representation of what women do in this life. And some hashtag the power of a woman. Thank you very much, Tracy Ward. Pia mono sana mwanchu muligereria tulina bageni baite panelist ngima of women. And to kwanira iguru Martin women inki tora kore musubati nereri bagaria yeri tenene tonyo leta digiri of a woman, you know, abasubati weikavae wesiko weikavasikwe na kiba chiri megega no nyeba kwanera ugegete lakini nimetere na basomole mwigwete kiba kwane. Go karibu sana. Follow the conversation, give us your feedback through 0735 333 Eta TV Facebook page, Eta TV YouTube. Now tora live, I'm going to read some SMSs from YouTube. I'll be reading from Facebook. If you allow me, I'll go through YouTube. But before that, I want us to look at matters of mental health. You know, it's a challenge. It's not something we're just discussing in here, but it's a global issue. Whereby the study shows that men are taking their life. They're committing suicide. They're really dying, unlike women. You know what? Somebody was telling me, women talk. Whenever you meet, you don't know each other. Right. You just say, I have a lot. I don't know what to do. And somebody asks you, what are you going through? You don't know each other, but you talk, unlike men. So we will have to speak about that, mental health, so that we help our male counterparts. We are not saying 100% that women don't commit suicide. They do, but very little percentage, because women speak out, unlike men. Before that, Alex Mauti, anasema is watching us from Kisii County. He is in the program with his father, David Mauti Nyakweba. Momanyi Damaris, and that is my mentor and the able boss, Dr. Roselyne. You are the mentor here and the able boss to Momanyi Damaris. Thank you very much. Share your feedback, your comments, your everything in here via Facebook, Etaya TV, and Etaya TV YouTube. Allow me to see what's happening in the YouTube platform. Mancho muligereri Etaya TV obara ubagusi to kwa namagana kita abasubati. Ora mami kwa Roberto ni antainga tuwa mutigire magega kulinde ayana mangana ringeta basubati ni tutogwetera tumanyetenga na alia tutogwetera. Anyway, naona anaitwa Evelyn Bikoro. She's following from Nairobi. She's saying a very mature and candid discussion. Say hi to our able women in studio. Thank you very much, baba, all the way from Nairobi. Divina Mora anasema yuko ndani pamoja na sisi, anasema ametusalimia sana. Ameandika kwa Kiswahili. Have you thought this women Swahili? Even one?
Yes.
Which one?
Habari, jambo.
Jambo.
Yes. They know jambo.
They know jambo?
Yes.
I'm jambo.
Jambo.
Anyway, thank you very much. Sarah Morning, say hi to our guests. Indeed, that's a wonderful discussion, matters affecting women. We are here to listen and to support you as women. Thank you very much, Madam Mary, for following us. Keep following us and sending us your feedbacks through 0735 333 000. Matters of mental health or mental awareness. There was June was a month of mental awareness, something like that. And I was lucky to have some men. It was a men discussion where they don't speak up what's happening to them, and they said a lot. If women were lucky enough to listen to what they said, they really go through a lot. But we cannot assume when you go through a lot, you just sit down and just be there. You need to do something. Madam Michelle, our male person, our male counterpart doesn't speak out.
Absolutely, because they've been raised to suffer in silence. And speaking out is seen as a weakness by a lot of different cultures. So women are supposed to be emotional, but men are not. But we all feel, regardless of the gender. And so because of that, we need to be able to handle our mental health as well as our physical health. Because if something is wrong with us physically, we'll go to the doctor, we'll go get seen and checked. But mentally, we rather suffer and depression and everything else before we say anything, especially men, and they won't say anything. And so they internalize all that pain, and they have trauma as well. But we're most likely going to talk to each other, whereas they don't.
Okay. Depression and so many problems. What are these problems? Who brings them these problems? Because we live in the same country, we live the same life, but what triggers these problems? What are the key triggers that can make one to think of committing suicide?
I think when we're suppressed, when we're not allowed, because we feel like we're not allowed to discuss it, that our emotions take over and we just get so, I'm just going to disappear because I don't matter. But the reality is you do matter. You matter very much and you are loved, and you don't need to do that. You need to speak up. You need to go get the help that you need, and don't let other people decide who you are. And we want to internalize that, and we take what people say, words do matter, and we take them to heart, and we let what other people tell us decide who we are. So we retreat inside, and we think that I don't need to be here.
Veronica, how did you measure, or how did you know that this person needs help? Is a man, he needs help. How did you know that this person really needs help? And in fact, they need it. But how do I know now that this man or this person really needs help?
Well, I'd say for me, I really engage with the person. I don't just see them, I hear them. I listen to what's going on. I watch the changes. And I encourage just because you never know. Oftentimes there's a pressure put on not only women, but men to be that one. And when we feel like we're lacking in those areas, then we have this hopelessness that can seem to suppress inside of us, and then it comes and overwhelms us. And once we're overwhelmed and we see no way out, there are people that smile every day, but they're dying inside. They're dying inside. If you are not able to talk and be open, at least get around some people that know you well enough to know something's not right. Something's not right. Let me check on them. If nothing else, just to say, how are you doing? And then listen. Listen for the answer. If they're always saying fine, then everybody's not always fine. Something's going on. So if you know there are issues, how's this going? How are you working through that? Are you getting the support or the help that you need? I'm just fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with little ones. And so some of them I've known since they were little. So I know the changes in them. I can talk to them. I see them. I feel them. I know that a lot of them have pressures from home that are adult pressures that are put on them. Kids are committing suicide at a phenomenal rate. But there's no reason why a child should have to take their life because they see no future before they're 9 and 10 years old. So I am blessed to be in a position to look, see, feel, and hear for those people. And I do that for my friends and the people that surround me as well.
So you got to talk to this person, understand them, feel for them, then help them. Madam Roselyne, I was such that they called the statistics here in Kisii County, even the stories that we do. Today, a man took his own life. Tomorrow, the same thing. The other time, the same thing.
Okay, we are all the same people. We have the same feelings. We came from one Father in heaven, God, and we are the same. Only that small aspect of female, male. So whether a man or a woman, we all undergo the same psychological problems. The way I'm betrayed as a woman, that other man can also be betrayed. The way my partner can cheat on me, somebody else can also cheat on him. So it's it is not different from us. It's only that as we talk, they don't talk. Sometimes I watch, even when we're maybe in a funeral or something, maybe some relative aside, if you watch and see, you see women crying, but you see men just staring. And you can't hear their voice. They cannot cry. But the thing is, we all undergo the same betrayal, the same thing. Only that for them they don't talk, and so when they don't talk, it keeps on piling. The same. We say singa mariga konyago something. So if they don't speak, they will end up committing this suicide because there is help. Because when you speak out, it doesn't mean. Sometimes we don't even rely on our friends for help. Sometimes we have to look for professional help. There are people who are trained on how to take care of this. So what I will advise men is that when you just feel like you're low, when you feel like we are all betrayed the same way. Imagine you stayed with someone for 20 years and then you find that maybe they're cheating on you with some kagal or some kaboy somewhere. You will feel very bad. You will be depressed. But if you don't look for professional help, you will not come out of it. That is when they think of going to die. They just need to know that it's not that the other people are better or sometimes even finances, not even trust issues or betrayal itself, but sometimes maybe there are demands in the house, the children need food, your wife needs this, and you feel like you don't have a job, you cannot get anything.
Yes.
I think it's my advice will be let them look for professional help.
All right.
It is available. Yes.
Thanks for answering that, because it was my next question. Like when I sat with them the other day, they said the problem is not speaking. The problem is who to share to. Because you tell your fellow man, and the following day, other men nowadays are like women. They don't keep any secret any longer. You convey your everything, then the following day, it's all over social media, or so and so is going through this, or men are just like men. So I just like women. So they said the problem is not men not speaking, is who are we speaking to? But I'm glad that you've outlined they have a professional help.
If you don't want one-on-one with somebody, you can always have it online.
But there are some things that we do ourselves that puts us in the situation that we are in. Like you mentioned about financial issues. Some men can misuse their money. Today is a millionaire, tomorrow doesn't have that status. So it begins to give depression to him, or stress, much stress. What are we supposed to do? Other men or other women at the same time, we normally don't live within our means. We want to copy. Hey, Madam Brenda is wearing this, oh, I must do that. Madam Michelle is doing this, I must do that. We are copy-pasting life. And that, to me, there's some situations that we create by ourselves. Don't you think so, Madam Veronica?
Yeah, oh, for sure. That love of money. I'm number 11 of 12 children. So I was not born in a rich family with a silver spoon in my mouth. But I didn't realize I was poor because my family never acted their mentality. Poverty is a state of mind. And so I was blessed to be in the situation to where I just didn't have a lot, but I was grateful for what I had. So now those things that come to me that are beyond the typical things that I need, they're just a blessing. It's a gift, but I don't thrive on them. I don't have to have them because I'm just happy with what I have. Like I said, I never knew I was poor because my parents never treated us like we were poor. They made us act like we had what we had. I mean, we just didn't know. My dad would always say, act like you have some gumption about yourself. That's a weird word, but what it means is act like you have some pride in yourself. Not be prideful, but carry yourself in such a way that you may be with kings and queens one day. I never believed that, but now I'm amongst queens. I'm amongst kings. I mean, I'm just happy that I had a foundation that helped me to be there. That's why it's so important to work with the little ones, the young ones. They may not get that at home, but when they come around me, I'm going to tell them, this is the way you should be, and this is the way you should carry yourself. Carry yourself that when people are looking at you and you don't know they're looking, they see you.
All right.
They see you.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Veronica. Mwancho moligile chiteke cha butugire marongo ebiri na isano na ibiri kurichinsa isato cha banamambia tubate chideka nkeibo tumanye guchuika omoeli obumurubulia semambia bono lakini ndonyo go tagete commenta gotetu gukwana mo 90 na bagutugira weterese namba yesi minago type 0735 333000 agenda ali Facebook page no tulubuna ya TV asensema ya YouTube no tulubuna ya TV tubate Madam Roselyne Nyakona oyoro maganito asimambia bono tubate Madam Veronica Byrd tubate Madam Dr. Michelle na Dr. Brenda tunda barabugega asimambia bono tugenda tukuna kuringuli na gutebanga na kirendense yegocha yaba because ensete goro sigomosubati atakole tiki atayo it is women. We are the source of life, we are the source of everything, we are the source of every happiness you see in men's faces, but we go through a lot. that's the thank you we get in return. So we are trying to discussing, analyzing on how to go about it, matters affecting women. And by the way, they are here for a great an event yenye tafanyika leo usiku, but Madam Roselyne atatueleza vizuri ekatochuiko mwelio bumurubulio asimambia bono. Let's embark on humanitarian. You mentioned you help people, you listen to people, and you offer your support where necessary. That's humanitarian when you are trying to elevate somebody who is suffering, especially in terms of disasters. But I really think that much hasn't been done in terms of helping people, vulnerable groups, not only in Kenya, but across all the globe. I can say not much that have been done. Am I wrong, Madam Michelle?
It's being done, but it's being done in silos. Okay. For us to really do something that have impact, we have to work collaboratively. We have to work together. And so what we have to do is educate people. Let's talk about happiness. Most people think happiness are things. That's why they purchase this and buy this and spend above and live above. But when they really understand what happiness is, relationships, knowing God, being successful just within your family, it's different. And so we really have to change mindsets. And that's where it all starts, is changing our way of thinking so that we're not out here chasing other people's dreams. We're doing what God created us to do. And see, when we get caught up in that chase and that run and that having and all that, that's what can cause the depression and the feeling overwhelmed and the stress, some of the stress we put on ourselves. And so globally, that's what we talk about. We share our stories, we share our successes, because we're shaped through all of that. And that's how we try to shape other nations.
We have organizations like UNICEF, WHO, World Food Program, that helps people, because people live in a lot of poverty, especially in African countries and some other parts of the world. How do you make sure that some people, someplace, for instance, here in Kenya, in Kisii County, a specific place, like yesterday you were in Kereri Girls High School. What were you doing there, Madam Brenda, in Kereri Girls?
We were telling them that they can achieve their dreams.
All right.
That it's okay for them to want to dream and to reach those dreams, to actually let them happen. And others can too. It is a state of mind. It is a state of mind. You need to do something about it. You just can't expect other people to do it for you. You have to help yourself.
Okay, that's very nice. So that those young girls can be better persons in the future. But how do you now know that this place needs help, and how do you usually do it? Where do you get your support from? Are you working alone, or you're working with in partnership with other bodies?
I work with a lot of people.
All right.
Because together we can do more. One person can do something, but
Okay.
they can't do everything. And other people know others. So I can reach out to Dr. Michelle. She knows other people, and together we can bring in all of the people that we know in our community. She has a different community that I have. Veronica has a different community. And when we pull all those together, somebody knows somebody that can help you.
All right. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. And Veronica, what motivated you to do these humanitarian issues, to help people around the world, to listen to them, to offer your support where you can? And what really motivates you, and what makes you to give your support out? Because we know it reaches a point as a human being, you could be short of, but you keep on giving up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had mentioned earlier, I'm number 11 of 12 children. My mother worked in the home, and my dad was the one that worked outside of the home. And so I have this gift of hospitality, because that's the way she gave back. She didn't have money on her own to give, but she could always feed you. She could always give you some clothing or something like that. And being number 11, sometimes I felt like I didn't have a voice, because back in the day, children were to be seen and not heard. And can you imagine me sitting around talking, bottling all this up? The minute I got an audience, I was talking to them. But then I noticed that there are other people that aren't so confident, don't have that support around them. They didn't have that foundation that I had. That where, regards to what state we were in, we were happy. We enjoyed the ride. We enjoyed the process of getting to where we needed to be. And so I thought, you know, they have so much potential. I could just see different things in people, and I would just tell them. It didn't hurt me to give somebody else advice. It didn't hurt me to tell somebody else that you got this, or this is what you should do. Even though they were surpassing me, the joy that I got personally was to watch them, you can do it, and watch them succeed. Many of my friends back home will tell you, she's the one that said I could do this. And a lot of them are making more money than me. They're in better positions or whatever. They're happy, and I'm happy, and I'm happy supporting them. So when I'm working with the little ones, that's my joy, is to find that gift that they have, encourage them, and tell them they can do it from a young age. Because we already know that what they hear in their foundational years, that's what's going to make them act and react the way they are as adults, as teens. And so that's where I get my joy. That's where I get that peace and just that supportive nature. It's just to help somebody else. It's not enough for me to be there by myself. It's not enough for me to just have a few people around me. As many people that I can have around that are being successful in their element, that's what brings me joy. It's not a material thing. I'm not wearing somebody's name on my back to make me look good. I am who I am. I may not be someone's first choice, but I am a great choice. And that's what I tell the children.
Thank you.
That work around me.
All right. That's very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Madam Roselyne, these are your friends. Very potential people who can help our people in here in Kisii County. So what is your priorities? Because our people must get help. Our priority
From them?
Yes.
I knew them through Dr. West. Dr. West is the special envoy for ICN. ICN is I Change Nations for representative here in Kenya.
Yes.
So since 2014, I've been having women coming together and talking about themselves and women issues. We've been having what we call dinner, like Queen's Dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, the idea was to bring this woman so that she can come, feel like a queen, come talk to fellow women, because as we said, women go undergo a lot.
Yeah, sure.
The pain that we undergo, all the things straight from even getting children, that are even giving birth is also a very painful thing already. Taking care of them until you can see them adults, that's already a lot of work for us. So I wanted women to just come, give themselves some good shower, dress up, feel nice like queens. We talk about our issues. Whoever wants to cry can cry. Whoever is happy can be happy. Whoever wants to mentor the other women can mentor ones coming from the university, so they can. So that was my main mission, and we've done this successfully for the last 10 years. So when I was with Dr. West in Liberia, I was being honored as an ambassador of the ICN now. Then he told me that he wants his friends to participate in what we're doing with women. And so they are telling you that these things that we do, you don't do one as an individual. So we do things as in a collective way. She does this, he does this, and then we bring it together and work as a team. So for them, they came so that they can support me in talking to our women about the mental health issues, about the gender-based violence, about the women, and also award the women who are doing the work. Because all of them have awards that they're giving to these women who are doing the great work of in the society. So that is so they might not be doing that is already something big, because they have witnessed someone doing something good and they want to award them. Yes. That is already big for me. And also they also do a lot, and maybe after our discussion, after our conference in the evening and dinner, then they will definitely tell us what else they can do for us. But for me as a person, health has always been the number one thing for me. Because when I was, I didn't mention to our fellow viewers that Nindevanto, I'm married to Dr. Raymond Oigara. Dr. Raymond Oigara is a consultant surgeon. He's also the dean of health sciences in the school, So when we were in Nairobi, we used to stay in a place. He used to work in St. Mary's Mission Hospital. I used to work in Mbagathi. So on my way from the hospital, I met a certain lady at the gate. This lady had some papers, and when I was reading her name, because I could see she had pain, I could see like she needed help. So I took the papers and I read what she was having. The lady was sick and she didn't know that she was sick. All she told me is that she's bleeding. But the scan that she had was saying that she had cancer. She has cancer. She does not know that it is cancer. She has no information, completely no information on what she's having, no what is cancer or what is causing it or how she can treat it. She didn't know. So I took her inside, because in St. Mary's Hospital I used to close at 6. Yeah. I took her inside, not to my house, but I got her in a guest house. And then the next day she was checked, and then she gave me her number. Yes. And then she gave me her card number so that I can follow up with her treatment. Yeah. Because they had to do biopsy and then we get the results back. So unfortunately, when I tried to call this number did not go through. Your guess is as good as mine. This lady, I think she went and died. So when we came back with my husband, we sat down, and my husband told me that I have witnessed that many people who are coming from Kisii have a problem. Either they are not aware of what is happening. We really need to go back home and help our people. Yes. That is how myself and Raymond found ourselves in Kisii. We were in Nairobi. Okay. Yes, we had a good life, big house. Our children were going to international schools but that part of us, decided to bring us back to the society. So that is how we we started it.
Okay.
And we started having medical camps, we started having awareness creation, we started having so much of those things. And myself also, I'm a heart surgery survivor. You see me, I've undergone heart surgery. And when they discovered that I had a problem with my heart, I was given an appointment to see a cardiologist after 12 months. That's a whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was there was a line. And you cannot, and I'm here having a life-threatening condition, but still I have to wait. And then most of the people were waiting from Kisii. So those are some of the motivations for me. That is the motivation even that gave me to even go and study clinical medicine, so that I can see what I can help as a person.
That's very nice.
So why I've brought those stories is that while we are doing these medical camps,
Yes.
I want to assure you, I want to tell you that many doctors come from Kisii.
Yeah.
Apart from having the Luo Nyanza leading in the number of doctors that we have, the second tribe that is leading is Kisii. So I'm only urging the Kisii doctors here. We have Kisii doctors. I've held also dinners for these doctors. Sometimes we were even 300 doctors, all from Kisii and here in Kisii. And all these doctors are willing to come and help at home. So I'm really requesting that if there are people out there, because when we come together now, think about 300 doctors in Kisii County, and we divide ourselves in each sub-county.
Yeah, sure.
I can assure you matters of health will be catered for. Because even the people who are giving us help, we can talk about USAID. USAID, you can talk about CDC or wherever those big organizations. It's somebody who has donated.
Yeah.
Somebody who did not maybe eat that lunch and they said, let me give this lunch so that it can go and help somebody. So if the us who are able to come together, even the doctors to come at maybe this month we have this group, next month we have this group, maybe we can, matters of health in Kisii County can be really catered for. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And how are you now?
So my passion is in health. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm also passionate about matters health. That's why I host doctors in here. I hosted your husband one time when he had a medical camp, and we really discussed that. And also I'm passionate about women leadership and empowerment, matters of doing with women. I really want women to top there, because we're used to be down here. So I'm told our time is running out or has run out. I'm gonna use these minutes to give you 1 minute to outline some of the challenges you face when doing these humanitarian acts, because it's not easy. Nothing comes so easy that way. So what are some of the one challenge that is most challenging, and how do you go about it?
The travel is very challenging, and the time that it takes, because it's you can't come over here for just a day. It takes a couple days to come, so you're tired, and then you have the time change. But I want people to know that they're worth it. They're worth it, but it is a challenge. The other challenge is the language sometimes, to have interpreters.
All right, Tanisha, what's so challenging?
Right. One of the challenges that I have is just getting people to understand that it is a collaborative work. It's not one individual. So, if you have several people asking me for donations and funding and all of that, I can't do it alone. And so I like to let anybody know that wants to do humanitarian work, that it's a collaboration.
All right.
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yeah, I agree with both of the ladies. The travel, the time, and the finances. But most of all is getting people to see their worth, even in the worst state that they think they're in. There's someone else that's worse off. And so just getting them to a point where they can appreciate even the things that they're going through is the biggest challenge for me.
All right. Thank you very much. Madam Roselyne, what's your biggest challenge when undergoing these things, when trying to help out people and all that? Even organizing this event, I know you went through a lot.
The biggest challenge is it's always not enough, maybe finances or whatever. When you are, or even the people, the social media that we're talking about, they look at you and say, that lady has been funded, she's been given money by NGOs or wherever, that is why she's doing that. I just want the people to know that it's not the NGOs, no one has given me money, it is me. You just give whatever you have. Whatever you have, even if it's 20 shillings, you don't have to change the whole world, as they say. Even that one person.
Yes.
Because I feel nice when I meet someone at the airport, I'm stuck, and someone tells me, you helped me. Don't you remember you paid for my fees?
Wow.
And now I have a job. That one person is just enough. You don't have to help the whole world.
Right.
Yeah. So most, I want our people to understand, even if you don't have, just share what you have, and God will bless you. Yes.
Even what it says, be faithful with the little one that you have.
Yes.
So when you're given a lot, you're able to,
Yes.
to share.
I'm taking care of so many orphans, total orphans. And I want to tell you that I have 8 of them in boarding school. Because I want them to have education just like what my children have.
Yeah.
And every time I don't really know how I'm always managed to pay for their fees.
God.
But it happens that I do that. I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
So even you, Sarah, whatever you have so little, just know that you can even buy just one pad, sanitary pad for that girl who might miss to go to school because they didn't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. I'm very much happy and humbled to have you this morning. I would like us to do this again. And again and again. Anytime you visit Kenya, please remember ETA Television. Remember the morning breakfast show hosted by me, Sarah Ontita, and my colleague, Brighton McCory, and the ETA breakfast crew. We are very happy and privileged to have you. You're doing very wonderful because it's not easy. It is you who decides to do it. You can decide not to do it. Who is gonna beat you? No one. But because of big hearts, and you want to help people, may God add you, may your pockets never get dry because you're doing humanity issues, no? All right. My sister ngwa nile event ya butuko, ni sangapi, itaanza sangapi?
The conference. The conference starts
Okay.
all the way to 5. And then after that, we have an evening dinner now, the one we usually have the women Queen's Gala, which will also run from 7 o'clock to 10. And I'm happy to tell our audience that we are very privileged to have Her Excellency, the top leadership. Her Excellency women the governor of Kisii County, Madam Gladys Wanga, will be in the house. Yes. Yeah. And we also have one of the influencers, most powerful influencer called Akote. Will come also and in us. Yes. Yes. So unfortunately it's a registered event, so I will not tell anyone that everyone is welcome, because we already have people we put word out there and people registered, so those are the only people we are going to have because of the capacity. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Am I invited?
Oh yes, very much.
I alone or Brighton not together?
You can come with Brighton.
Thank you very much. I saw you were with another beautiful lady. Please speak her name here. Though she don't come here, but she's here with us. You can mention her name.
Mention her name.
Her name is Dr. Tracy Ward.
Oh, yeah. Tracy. I've been wondering who is this Tracy Ward. Thank you so much, Tracy Ward. You are one of us, and we really thank you for coming. There are some of your friends who are watching you, and they have just said if I don't mention them, after this, I'm going to see fire without smoke. It's Ambassador Dominic, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Ambassador Dominic is with you. He's been watching. He has just sent his regards to you. And he has said you've been doing a very wonderful job, and may God bless you. That's from Ambassador Dominic. And again, another person, if I don't mention, I'll be in much trouble. Madam Ambassador Edna Kangwana. So they're watching from wherever they are, and they have really appreciated your time for this show. Another person is Kemi Sophie Motangi. You may not know her, but it's our viewer, and wonderful show indeed. Strength of Women. Say hi to them. This is our viewer. It's our top fan here in Data Breakfast Show. Thank you very much. Our time has run, and I really want to appreciate. Let us continue doing the humanity thing. Let us be champions of humanity, because what we are left to do here is just to help others as we wait for Christ Jesus to come down. Yes. So challenges are there to strengthen us as women. So let us continue doing what we are doing. Thank you so much, Dr. Brenda, Dr. Michelle, yes, Madam Veronica, Madam Roselyne, Nyakona, and Madam Tracy. Thank you very much. On behalf of my team, Brighton Makori, thank you very much. My camera person, Frank Mayunga, and my transmission director, Joshua Auta, and the entire fraternity. Thanks for your time. My name is Sarah Nyarangi Ontita.